Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday to you. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late this morning. I'm dealing with an issue. We actually have a men's hike going on tomorrow. It's for men only, or people that identify as men only, I should say. And we had a female that marked her attendance as attending, so had to deal with that and let her know that it is for men only. So I had to be a little more clear in my post there, in my event, that I created a couple different apps, a couple different platforms that's listed on. So one of them, we can't prevent females from joining, so male and females join the community, which is okay. A lot of females refer men to an organization that I'm involved with. It's called the Mankind Project. So we really appreciate those of y'all that are out there, females, that are referring men to the organization. No issue at all. We just don't have any, at least our local group in Greenville don't have any events for females that females can attend. There are some in other areas that do have co-ed events, just not ours. So, and that may change in the future. We'll see what happens. So, because almost half of our referrals come from females wanting their man, boyfriend, husband to attend our weekend. But yeah, the reason I'm late, so we're here now, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'd like to welcome you to the Daily Reader podcast on the Tony's Journey YouTube channel, where we read from a daily reader or a devotional, and we learn tools and principles, including but not limited to prayer, meditation, and breath work, that help us to stay more present and to live better lives. We meet on here Tuesday through Fridays at 7 a.m. and Saturday through Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to this channel for future content and podcast episodes. Crudy, morning to you. I'm doing good. How are you? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, good to see you on here this morning. So wherever you're at, y'all, go ahead and come to a stopping point in whatever you're doing this morning. Get prepared for our relaxation portion of the podcast. I'll give you about a minute or so to get there. Just make sure you're somewhere safe, not driving, obviously, is what I mean by that. And while y'all are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and light our white candle this morning, signifying cleansing and purity. See if I can do it on the video here. There we go. Alright, it's lit. Set it over here. It's going to go on the table over here next to me. Hopefully it'll stay lit. Sometimes it don't. I like to stay lit, that way I can blow it out at the end of this thing is what I like to do. And sometimes I forget, y'all, and sometimes it already blows itself out. So just with my HEPA air purifier, the AC's on, my AC vents come out of the ceiling. So, all right. Excuse me. If you got any coffee or tea or anything this morning, cheers to you. It's herbal tea and coffee combined here. I'm drinking this morning. So go ahead and, excuse me. This morning I think we're just going to do another open eye relaxation process this morning, similar to the one we did about a week ago. I don't know if y'all were here or not, but this time we're going to do something A little interesting though. This is going to be a little different. So I want you to grab a cube of ice. Like go get an ice cube if you have an ice cube that you can get that's nearby. Okay. So I got my ice cube. We're only going to do this one. This is going to be a shorter one today, but yeah, just hang on to the ice cube. And while we're doing this, just do your breathing too. Go ahead and do your breathing. Breathe in your nose and out your mouth. And just notice the ice cube. Pay attention to it. Look at the texture. Look at the shape, the size. Also the feeling in your hand, what it does to your hand when you hang on to it. Mine's already starting to melt. It's so freaking hot. So it's dripping out a little bit. And yeah, just kind of notice what that feels like. And just pay attention to it. This is where your focus needs to be at right now. Oh, dropped mine slipped out of my hand. Definitely noticing the coldness. Sure, and the water melting off my hands, running down my fingers and on my hand. So I'd be curious to know, y'all, what your experience of this is like. So you can just leave it in the comments if you chose to do it this morning. It's actually getting to a point. One of my hands the fingers are starting to hurt a little bit, so I'm gonna move it to another one, but. Just noticing that, right? You notice the hurt, notice the pain from the freezing ice. And that's it, y'all. That's today's relaxation process, and you go ahead and eat it or toss it, whatever you want to do with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss mine in the sink over here. I noticed the ice crystals also in the middle of mine. It's kind of white on the inside. It's different ways it freezes. Pretty interesting though. So yeah, it's something to kind of get our awareness, y'all, on the present moment. Is doing something like it. It can be any object. It can be a candle flame. It can be a thing of whiteout over here, which I have. I did it last week, or I think about a week ago. To just be able to get us in the present moment, right here, right now, okay? And that just kind of helps us get out of the monkey mind, right? The monkey mind, the ego, can take us into all kinds of craziness in the future, in the past. It can do all kinds of things, and the goal is to stay present in our lives, right? That's one reason I do this podcast, is to help us stay more present and to actually be here now and not be somewhere off in the future worried about something 3 weeks from now, right? It may or may not even happen. So, all right, y'all, we'll go ahead and do this morning we're going to go ahead and do the full serenity prayer. And prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as the pathway to peace, taking as He did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that if I surrender to His will, He will make all things right, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with Him forever and ever in the next. So part of that we read is living one day at a time, right? That's what we need to do. And what I choose to do in my life instead of worried about the future, going in the past. Not to say I don't do it, because it does come up from time to time, but I've done this so long, y'all. I've been a regular meditator for I don't know, somewhere around 8 or 9 years now. I did stop for about a year or two, though, and I realized it definitely took a toll on me, because that's when I would get sucked back into my head in the future and the past, and so I notice when I do it, I'm aware. When I do it regularly, I'm aware of it, but when I stopped for that year or two, I wasn't really aware of when I was just going into my head quite as much, right? So I do my best to stay in my body instead of my head, as much as possible anyway. Feel my feelings, enjoy every moment for what it is, or just accept every moment for what it is, right? Sometimes I don't enjoy every moment. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and think tomorrow. We'll do the final virtue tomorrow, since we did the ice cube. Relaxation process today, and awareness process. So this is one. Looking forward to it, y'all. So make sure you're going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be final one, forgiveness. We'll be doing it then. So. All right, so July the 26th. Today's reading. Hope everybody's doing well this Saturday. Some big concerts in our area. I've been doing a lot of Uber last night. I had a pretty late night, and tonight I'm not going to work as late because I've got a men's hike that I'm actually co-hosting tomorrow. Paris Mountain State Park, so looking forward to that. If you're a man out there local to me, you want to go, definitely reach out to me. I can get you the details. We're going to be doing a 9 o'clock, but probably about 11, because we're in this freaking heat wave right now. I had it at 10:30 to 12:30, but decided to back it up. All right, so here we go, y'all. As a child in an alcoholic home, I wasn't encouraged to share my viewpoints. When I did, I didn't feel as though anyone was listening. Someone always ended up walking away, hurt or angry. When I was promoted to supervisor at work, I finally felt I was in a position of unqualified authority. When decisions needed to be made and actions carried out, I never discussed options with the people who worked under me. They retaliated by doing their work poorly, which reflected badly on me. I felt confused about what I was doing wrong. As a stepmother, I also felt in charge. I listened with my head and not my heart. The teenagers in our home lashed out in anger and sometimes ran away. I ended up feeling publicly humiliated, and our home boiled over with controversies. When I learned about the general warranties in Concept 12, I felt hope. To me, a warranty is like a guarantee. If my relationships aren't working, I can return to the general warranties to adjust my attitudes. Through them, I've learned not to use my authority to push my viewpoint or to punish someone for disagreeing with me. I've also learned to avoid the controversy by listening and encouraging others to share their viewpoints when making decisions. Sometimes we can even come to a unanimous decision. Thanks to the general warranties in Concept 12, my relationships are smoother and filled with less tension. I am finally experiencing the peace I longed for as a child. Once again, the Al-Anon tools proved useful, in all of my affairs. Thought for the day. Our concepts of service and general warranties are tools to aid my personal recovery. Many Al-Anon members have also found that the concepts of service are applicable to home and work situations. And that's from the book Paths to Recovery, page 248. Well, really know my alcoholic stepdad growing up, my mom, when I lived with him, thinking back on this, y'all, I don't really know my viewpoints. Sometimes my viewpoints were actually heard and listened to, and sometimes they weren't, right? So it just depended on the situation. So I can't totally relate to this reading because I had a little bit of both, right? I do that. My viewpoint, living with my mom with an alcoholic stepdad, I told her over and over and over and over and over that we needed to leave this guy. I mean, he was really abusive mentally, emotionally. He picked up dogs and threw them across the room, punched holes in the walls, punched holes in the ceilings, and she never listened, right? So I ended up, after 2 years, I ended up moving in with my grandmother and just completely left after he went to jail one night. Just because I didn't feel safe. Safety and security, even when I was living there. So I don't know. Honestly, I've been in the 12-step rooms for over 8 years now, y'all. I do not know what the general warranties in Concept 12 means. So if anybody else knows, you're on here right now, can share it with me. Definitely do so in the comments. I'd like to discuss it if y'all do. If you don't know, I'll get off here in a little while and I'll go ahead and look it up and check on it in case we read about it again in the future. I'll be able to comment. Like I said, I don't prepare for these, y'all. I just go day by day, take things day by day, and just let things flow from where I think God's leading and what He leads me to say and do with these. So yeah. So I apologize for that, y'all. But it does bring up that the mirror in this situation. There's a lot of relationship mirrors, I'm coming to find out, and look up Greg Braden. Be a good movie for y'all to watch, or video for y'all to watch, like a 15-minute talks. It's called the Greg Braden, the 7 Mirrors of a Relationship, or it might be the 9 Mirrors of a Relationship. I can't remember. Look up Greg Braden on YouTube, the Mirrors of Relationship, and they'll bring it up. But what happened here at work, it looks like no one listened to him growing up, or her growing up, her viewpoint. So the mirror there was her coworkers didn't listen to her. So it was mirroring her how she was treated growing up, not listening to her viewpoints. Basically, her parents wouldn't listen to her viewpoints, so her coworkers let me see here. She didn't ask for her coworkers' viewpoints, as what it looks like here, and they retaliated. In that situation. So it's kind of interesting how our childhood can still affect us today until we notice it, until we do some healing around it. It can definitely continue. Pattern can continue. We really just run on patterns, y'all. That's pretty much it. Unless we're conscious, very, very, very conscious in our lives, we're basically run on patterns, and our subconscious mind controls a lot of what we do on a day-to-day basis. That's why my goal on this channel, y'all, is to get us more conscious and more aware of our thoughts, our beliefs, and our actions, so we can be more conscious, and we can. Because in order to change, we have to know what we're doing, right? We have to know exactly what we're doing. If we don't know what we're doing, we're not aware of it, we're completely oblivious to what we're doing, if it's affecting us and how it's affecting other people, we're not going to be able to make those changes. So We have to know about it. That's why the Bible says, forgive them, for they know not what they do, because a lot of people are not conscious. So my goal has been to be conscious, to help y'all become more conscious and aware as well in your own lives for things you're doing, right, or not doing, for that matter. So let me see if there's anything else. Anything else stood out to y'all? Definitely put it in the comments below as well. Yeah, with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Once again, I appreciate y'all being here. Crudy, you got a new refrigerator. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, good deal. Yeah, send it over to me. I like to see it. Another friend of mine, had their refrigerator went out a couple days ago, and he had a friend of mine come and go get him a new one and bring it in and install it for him and haul off the old one. So it's that time of year right now, being hot and everything. Refrigerators are cranking, so sometimes they go out. So I look forward to seeing y'all again tomorrow. And as always, y'all have a great weekend. Peace and love.